Introduction. Hajj, the pilgrimage to the sacred city of Mecca, is an integral pillar of Islam. It encapsulates profound spiritual, cultural, and communal significance for Muslims worldwide. This essay aims to provide a detailed and expanded exploration of the significance of Hajj in Islam, delving into its historical, religious, social, and personal dimensions. Historical and religious roots. The origins of Hajj trace back to the Prophet Abraham, and his family, who were commanded by Allah to build the Kaaba, the holiest shrine in Islam, in Mecca. The rituals of Hajj commemorate pivotal events in the lives of Ibrahim, his wife Hajar, and their son Ismail, symbolizing unwavering faith, sacrifice, and submission to the divine will. Thus, Hajj is deeply rooted in the Abrahamic tradition and serves as a continuation of the legacy of prophetic teachings. Spiritual cleansing and renewal. At its core, Hajj is a journey of spiritual purification and renewal. It offers Muslims a sacred opportunity to seek forgiveness, repentance, and spiritual growth. The pilgrimage involves a series of rituals such as tawaf, circumambulation of the Kaaba, sa'i, running between the hills of Safa and Marwa, and waqf, standing in Arafat, each imbued with profound symbolism. Through these rites, pilgrims reflect on their lives, re-evaluate their priorities, and strive to strengthen their relationship with Allah. Unity of the Muslim Ummah. Hajj serves as a powerful symbol of the unity and diversity within the global Muslim community, known as the Ummah. Regardless of nationality, ethnicity, or social status, millions of Muslims converge upon Mecca every year, dressed in simple white garments, equal before Allah. This communal gathering fosters a sense of brotherhood and solidarity, transcending geographical and cultural boundaries. It reinforces the Islamic principle of equality and emphasizes the interconnectedness of all believers. Submission to Allah's will. Central to the Hajj experience is the concept of submission, Islam, to the will of Allah. Pilgrims undertake arduous physical and spiritual challenges, including long journeys, rigorous rituals, and enduring harsh conditions, as an expression of their devotion and obedience to Allah. The pilgrimage serves as a profound reminder of human mortality and dependency on the divine mercy. Through acts of sacrifice and humility, pilgrims reaffirm their faith and surrender their desires to the greater purpose ordained by Allah. Educational and transformative experience. Hajj offers a unique educational experience, providing pilgrims with an opportunity to deepen their understanding of Islam and its teachings. By engaging in the rituals of Hajj, Muslims learn about the principles of faith, the importance of community, and the significance of spiritual discipline. The pilgrimage also serves as a catalyst for personal transformation, inspiring pilgrims to embody the values of compassion, generosity, and piety in their daily lives. Cleansing of sins and spiritual rebirth. One of the profound outcomes of performing Hajj with sincerity is the forgiveness of sins and the attainment of spiritual rebirth. It is believed that the pilgrimage purifies the soul, absolves past transgressions, and rejuvenates one's relationship with Allah. This forgiveness extends beyond the individual pilgrim to their family and community, fostering reconciliation and renewal within society. Conclusion. In conclusion, the significance of Hajj in Islam is multifaceted and profound, encompassing spiritual, historical, social, and personal dimensions. As a pillar of Islam, Hajj serves as a sacred obligation, a transformative journey, and a symbol of unity for Muslims worldwide. It reminds believers of their shared heritage, their submission to Allah's will, and their commitment to spiritual growth and communal solidarity. Through the rituals of Hajj, Muslims reaffirm their faith, seek forgiveness, and embark on a journey of self-discovery and renewal. Preparation and intention. Naya pilgrims begin their preparations well in advance, ensuring they are physically and financially capable of undertaking the journey. They purify their intentions, affirming their commitment to performing Hajj solely for the sake of Allah and seeking His pleasure. Practical preparations include acquiring necessary travel documents, vaccinations, and making financial arrangements for the pilgrimage expenses. Ihram. Upon reaching the designated boundary, miqat, of Mecca, pilgrims enter the state of Ihram. Men change into the prescribed attire, consisting of 2 seamless white sheets, avoiding stitched clothing and other adornments. Women observe modest attire, covering their entire bodies except for their faces and hands, abstaining from perfumes and makeup. Pilgrims recite the Talbiyah, declaring their readiness to perform Hajj, and continue reciting it frequently throughout the pilgrimage. Tawaf al-Qudum, arrival circumambulation. Upon arrival in Mecca, pilgrims perform Tawaf al-Qudum, starting from the black stone corner. They circle the Kaaba 7 times in a counterclockwise direction, ensuring each circuit is completed in a state of purity. During Tawaf, pilgrims supplicate to Allah, recite Quranic verses, and express gratitude for the opportunity to visit His sacred house. Stay in Mina. After Tawaf, pilgrims proceed to Mina, where they spend the night in temporary tents. In Mina, pilgrims engage in prayers, recitation of Quran, and reflection, preparing themselves spiritually for the upcoming rituals. Arafat, day of standing on the 9th of Dhul-Hijjah, pilgrims move to the plain of Arafat, arriving before noon. They stand in supplication and contemplation, facing the Qibla, and engage in collective prayers led by scholars or religious leaders. Pilgrims seek forgiveness, repentance, and mercy from Allah, expressing their deepest desires and aspirations. Muzdalifah, after sunset, pilgrims proceed to Muzdalifah, where they combine the Maghrib and Isha prayers. They spend the night in open space, collecting pebbles for the ritual of stoning the Jamarat the following day. Pilgrims engage in remembrance of Allah, seeking His blessings and guidance throughout the night. Rami al-Jamarat, stoning of the devil on the 10th, 11th, and 12th of Dhul-Hijjah, pilgrims stone the pillars representing Satan in the Jamarat area in Mina. They throw 7 pebbles at each pillar, reciting prayers and supplications with each throw. The stoning symbolizes the rejection of evil and the triumph of faith, following the example of Prophet Ibrahim. Animal sacrifice, Qurbani. After stoning the Jamarat, pilgrims perform the ritual sacrifice of an animal, typically a sheep or goat. The sacrifice commemorates Ibrahim's willingness to sacrifice his son Ismail and symbolizes submission to Allah's commands. Pilgrims distribute the meat among themselves, the needy, and their families, fostering bonds of brotherhood and compassion. Tawaf al-Ifada, Tawaf of Hajj. After completing the stoning and sacrifice, pilgrims return to Mecca to perform Tawaf al-Ifada. They circumambulate the Kaaba 7 times, starting from the black stone corner, with devotion and humility. Pilgrims supplicate to Allah, seeking His mercy, forgiveness, and acceptance of their pilgrimage. Sa'i, ritual walk. Following Tawaf al-Ifada, pilgrims perform Sa'i, walking 7 times between the hills of Safa and Marwa. They reflect on the story of Hajar's search for water, reciting prayers and Quranic verses as they traverse the distance. Sa'i symbolizes perseverance, trust in Allah's providence, and the importance of seeking sustenance through effort and faith. Halq or Taqsir, shaving or trimming of hair. After completing Sa'i, men shave their heads or trim their hair, symbolizing the shedding of worldly attachments and the renewal of commitment to Allah. Women trim a small portion of their hair, following the example of the Prophet Muhammad. Return to Mina and Tashriq days. Pilgrims return to Mina to spend the remaining days of Hajj, known as the Tashriq days, 11th, 12th, and 13th of Dhul-Hijjah. They continue to stone the Jamarat, engaging in prayers, Quranic recitation, and remembrance of Allah. Pilgrims reflect on the lessons learned during Hajj, seeking to carry the spiritual insights and blessings into their daily lives. Farewell Tawaf. Before departing from Mecca, pilgrims perform a final Tawaf known as Tawaf al-Wada, farewell Tawaf. They bid farewell to the Kaaba, expressing gratitude for the opportunity to visit Allah's house and seeking His acceptance of their pilgrimage. Pilgrims pray for the well-being of the sacred precincts and for the opportunity to return for future pilgrimages.